How am I supposed to have self-worth if at 5'1" I am considered less attractive than a tall woman? Okay, and my response to that was you can be just as attractive as a shorter woman. It's just not runway model standards. I'm only 5'8", so also not runway model standards. Doesn't mean you can't still be beautiful. So this was just in response to when we were talking about Victoria's Secret models and how I was just talking about the typical standards for runway models and models in general, and how I was basically saying, I literally gave examples of some of the hottest women in the world, Marilyn Monroe, Kim Kardashian, who are not typical model standards. Doesn't mean that they are not beautiful and obviously the hottest women in the world. It just means they don't fit that type, right? To be a model, to be a high fashion model. And that doesn't mean that, they're better than you, these models. It just means that that is just industry standard. What the industry has decided looks better when promoting fashion, when on the runway. Again, there are so many different types of beauty and beauty aesthetics. You don't have to have that type of beauty to be considered beautiful. Okay. And then someone else commented, that comes from within, in response to her, this girl who said that, how can she find self-worth? If someone relies on outside source to feed their confidence, you'll starve, which I think is so true. And then she responds, LOL, why do short women have to do the inner work while tall women just enjoy being the beauty standard? Stop blaming me for the results of a heightest beauty standard. Okay, there are like several things I can say about this. Like, number one, just being tall doesn't mean that you are just automatically going to be considered more attractive than someone who is shorter, okay? Just being tall does not mean that you can be a model. There are so many other factors that go into it. And look, I think honestly, we all have to do the work, okay? Because no matter who we are, even these supermodels, okay, they may be it one day and then out the next day, okay? Like, beauty standards do evolve. There are just some things that are considered objectively beautiful, okay? I think that's just one thing that we have to just understand and just recognize and just accept, okay? Like, not everyone can be a supermodel. It is what it is. I can never be a supermodel. I'm super open about my struggle with having lost 100 pounds and having stretch marks and loose skin. Like, yeah, I'll never have a perfect body. I could never have been a Victoria's Secret model either. But you know what? I was still able to do some modeling. I still love myself. I think I look pretty great, right? I know I'll never be perfect, and I just accept that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I think every woman has to do. Like, no one's gonna be perfect. Being beautiful doesn't make your life perfect. It makes it better, I'm not gonna lie, but I think that any of us can be beautiful. I think that we all have just our own look, and you just gotta rock what you have. And yeah, you have to understand that you need to find more self-worth and more than just your looks, because if that is all you are relying on, then yeah, you're, like this person said, you're gonna starve.